Ready for the biggest headlines from the world of movies and TV? You're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the latest on the World War Z sequel, what's next for James Gunn's Superman saga, and some sizzling updates on Spider-Man 4. But that's not all. We've got huge casting news for the upcoming Lord of the Rings movie and Scary Movie 6. All that and more coming up right now in the KinoCheck news. Filming for Spider-Man 4 has been underway since early August, with plenty of set photos and videos making the rounds, and the rumor mill is buzzing. According to well-known insider Daniel Richtman, Florence Pugh is rumored to be joining the cast as Yelena Belova after impressing audiences in Thunderbolts. Whether this will be a major role or just a brief cameo remains unclear. One possible scenario could be a post-credit scene where she tries to recruit Spider-Man for the new Avengers lineup. There's also a lot of attention on the fresh casting of Tremel Tillman, best known from the award-winning sci-fi series Severance. Insiders like Nexus Point News suggest that Tillman might be playing Jefferson Davis, the father of Miles Morales. That would be a smart move to set up the arrival of a live-action Miles in the MCU. According to the Cosmic Circus, Spidey's next adventure will open with an action-packed montage featuring several villains, including Tarantula, Boomerang, and Ramrod. The sequence is set to showcase how Peter has fought countless battles since No Way Home while continuously upgrading his suit. And despite all the speculation, Mr. Negative reportedly won't be appearing in Brand New Day. In a recent Q&A, insider Alex Perez was asked which main villains are being planned for Tom Holland's new Spider-Man trilogy. Among the names he's heard are Kingpin, Tombstone, Hammerhead, Prowler, and Venom. One particularly interesting detail involves Mac Gargan, better known as Scorpion, who was first introduced in Homecoming. His appearance in Brand New Day has already been confirmed. Some insiders believe he might lose to Peter Parker in this movie and later return as the MCU's version of Venom in Spider-Man 5 or even Part 6, Seeking Revenge. The symbiote needed for this transformation could make its way to Earth following the events of Avengers Secret Wars. Brand New Day is set to hit theaters on July 30th, 2026. On that day, we'll finally learn which of these countless rumors turn out to be true. News from Middle-earth. Ian McKellen spoke at a fan event in London about the upcoming live-action film The Hunt for Gollum. He specifically addressed two characters. Quote, "I'll reveal two secrets about the cast. There's a character in the film named Frodo and a character named Gandalf. Other than that, my lips are sealed." Elijah Wood, along with other Lord of the Rings actors such as Sean Astin and Dominic Monaghan, were also present at the event. Although McKellen did not explicitly speak about the casting of the characters, it's been certain for a long time that he will once again appear as Gandalf. The announcement of Frodo's appearance, however, is new, and it's more likely that Elijah Wood will be cast again. He could hardly suppress a grin during the announcement. Frodo's appearance will raise some questions. Will they try to digitally de-age the now roughly 25 years older Elijah Wood? Or will we perhaps see scenes from a later part of the saga, in which Frodo looks back on the events? McKellen also revealed that the filming will start in May 2026. It's already known that the story takes place at the same time as the Fellowship of the Ring. Gollum, who will once again be played by Andy Serkis, is the center of the plot. Serkis will also be directing the movie. With Philippa Boyens and Fran Walsh, the two screenwriters who have also contributed to the previous Middle-earth films, are on board. It's also known when the new Lord of the Rings film will be released. However, fans will have to wait a little longer. The Hunt for Gollum will hit theaters on December 16th, 2027. The trailer everyone's been talking about this week? Hands down, Fallout Season 2. We're finally heading to New Vegas. And judging by your comments, the hype couldn't be bigger. Got any trailers you're dying to see next? Drop them in the comments. We might just have some insider updates coming your way. Pirates of the Caribbean a little too tame for you? Then the brutal new action film The Pirate might be right up your alley. According to Deadline, the project is currently in development with Jason Momoa and Bullet Train director David Leitch on board. Described as the raid on a pirate ship, the concept sounds like pure gold for action fans. After all, The Raid and its sequel are widely considered some of the best action films of the past decade. Amazon MGM has reportedly secured the script from writer Will Dunn. At the moment, Momoa and Leach are attached as producers. But according to Deadline, Momoa could also step in front of the camera once the project officially gets greenlit. And if that happens, David Leitch is expected to take the helm as director. Sounds pretty promising to us. What do you think? 12 years ago, the zombie horror film World War Z was released in cinemas. Again and again, there were rumors of a possible sequel, but it was never realized. That's now set to change, as Paramount Skydance revealed at a press event. World War Z 2, along with Top Gun 3 and other projects, has high priority. However, they didn't go into further detail. We assume the zombie sequel is still in its early stage of development. Other projects mainly include Star Trek. The last feature film was Star Trek Beyond in 2016. Since then, the franchise has only been active as a series. Currently, Strange New Worlds is running, and Star Trek Starfleet Academy is coming soon. Up to now, the series have been independent of the films, but that'll probably change in the future. Behind the scenes, there are more joint plans for how films and series will continue. Specific film projects have not yet been officially announced, but upcoming Star Trek films will most likely be released in cinemas and not directly on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus boss Cindy Holland stated that streaming movies are not a priority. A special focus at Paramount, however, is on Top Gun 3. This was emphasized again at the event. CEO David Ellison said he would produce movies with Tom Cruise for as long as the superstar wanted. Screenwriter Christopher McQuarrie recently revealed that the story for the sequel is already set. As part of the second season of Peacemaker, James Gunn officially announced that the so-called Superman saga will play a central role in the new DCU. In a conversation with The Hollywood Reporter, the DC boss revealed that the work on the next story with David Corenswet has already been completed. However, this is apparently not just Superman 2. The matter is a bit more complicated, but he couldn't reveal details yet. According to an interview with the Happy Sad Confused podcast, it's definitely not a joint film with Batman. The only thing certain is, the project will be James Gunn's next film, and production is set to begin very soon. What do you think is behind this strange announcement? Perhaps a joint film with Supergirl? Or with the new Wonder Woman? We're definitely excited to see what James Gunn will deliver next. Scary Movie is making a comeback, and two absolute veterans are back on board. According to a report from industry magazine Deadline, Regina Hall and Anna Faris will once again be reprising their roles as Brenda and Cindy. For the new film, the Wayans brothers are working together for the first time in almost 2 decades. Together with their longtime creative partner Rick Alvarez, they're writing the new script, and the film will be directed by Michael Tides, another longtime collaborator of the Wayans. Filming is set to begin in October, and the theatrical release of Scary Movie 6 is scheduled for June 11th, 2026. Considering the current cinema landscape, the timing for the comeback couldn't be better. Horror movies have been dominating the box office for months, while good comedies have been lacking. The solid success of The Naked Gun, however, has shown that audiences are indeed eager for carefree entertainment. Let's hope Scary Movie can live up to its old qualities. And that's a wrap on this week's biggest movie and TV news. Did we miss something huge? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time. Your KinoCheck team. And in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. The horror flick Weapons starring Julia Garner and Josh Brolin is currently on everyone's lips. But director Zach Cregger already has a new movie in the pipeline, the Resident Evil Reboot. Cregger was recently a guest on the movie podcast The Big Picture, where he confirmed the lead actor for the new adaptation. The role will be played by Austin Abrams, who has been associated with the project for some time. The actor can currently be seen in Weapons in theaters, and he's also known for his roles in the hit series Euphoria and the Brad Pitt and George Clooney film Wolves. Cregger further revealed that his Resident Evil film will differ from his previous works Barbarian and Weapons. In both the podcast and an interview with entertainment portal Inverse, the director expressed his love for the Resident Evil games. I am the biggest worshipper of the games, so I'm telling a story that is a love letter to the games and follows the rules of the games. Nevertheless, he emphasized that the film will tell an original story. It's obedient to the lore of the games, it's just a different story. I'm not going to tell Leon's story, because Leon's story is told in the games. Fans already have that. So there's plenty of reason to be curious about what the new Resident Evil movie has in store. Many horror fans are likely to approve the choice of director. Both Barbarian and Weapons received mostly positive reviews. Audiences will be able to judge for themselves next year. The film is slated for release on September 18th, 2026. Ryan Reynolds is currently sparking speculation online with an Instagram post. The Deadpool actor shared an image of the Avengers logo, but it's painted over with a large A in Deadpool's signature red. Marvel fans are now debating what the post could mean. Reynolds shared the image without any caption, leaving plenty of room for speculation. Could the actor be hinting at a Deadpool appearance in Avengers Doomsday? It would make sense, especially since filming for the fifth Avengers movie is currently underway. Approximately 30 cast members have been cast so far, including numerous X-Men actors. However, it has been clear for some time that this won't be the final lineup. Rumor has it that just as many additional actors could be announced for Doomsday in the near future. After all, several MCU stars such as Mark Ruffalo and Benedict Cumberbatch are still missing from the lineup. So it's certainly not out of the question that Ryan Reynolds might join the cast as well. That said, the logo also appeared in Deadpool and Wolverine. There, a different version could be seen at Cassandra Nova's base, so the post doesn't necessarily have to be related to the upcoming Avengers film. But of course, that hasn't stopped fans from speculating. The Highlander reboot by Chad Stahelski is making further progress. According to industry magazine The Hollywood Reporter, Dave Bautista will play the role of the villain. The former wrestling star and celebrated actor is set to portray the immortal barbarian the Kurgan in the new film, a role previously played by Clancy Brown. In the original movie, the character was a brutal and terrifying warrior who hunted other immortals over the centuries to absorb their power. Bautista, who demonstrated his versatility in Guardians of the Galaxy, Dune, and Blade Runner 2049, brings not only physical presence, but also acting depth. According to industry reports, Bautista is also in talks for a leading role in Amazon sequel Roadhouse 2, in addition to this project. The new adaptation will be directed by Chad Stahelski, who has made a name for himself as the director of the John Wick film series. Henry Cavill will take on the lead role of Connor McLeod, while Russell Crowe is set to play the mentor figure Ramirez, a part originally played by Sean Connery. Filming is scheduled to begin in late September 2025 and will take place in the UK and Hong Kong, a clear indication that the reboot will also shift between different worlds and eras.